Located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. Trent Taylor deep for San Francisco. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And some room to maneuver. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
He covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might...
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill now to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Tannehill. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
A beautiful fake. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, passing game resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Henry. Trucks over him. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Through one corner, 14-7 our score. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be at the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone in for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Running from the gun with Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt, they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Does the big boy have the juice? And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down, it's Logan. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And now Carter going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. Pushes him over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
117 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully...
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll give Henry another shot. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. The room to run for Gaskin. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Play action, now it's Tua. Dancing to his left. And this is... That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number one. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. To throw is Tannehill. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Raekwon Davis able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Daron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daron Payne. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards, 5-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 151 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon Davis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tannehill. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Flush to his right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Tua under pressure. They got him again. Bud Dupree has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on for the 5th time here today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they had a nice...
But that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Tannehill.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Boy, 175 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught by Brown.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point. Mason McCourty. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tannehill.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. Second and 10.
From the gun, here's Tannehill.
And he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Sanders on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That will tie the game, 28-all. Jason Sanders to kick off one.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now, able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A first down carry for Henry. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in the final stages of this game, they're an extra point away from tying us up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Henry. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Throwing, Tannehill.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Henry running right. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Down to their last chance now. This is going to have to be a heave for the end zone and just hope for a miracle.
And I don't sit back with everyone back defending. I've got to have somebody rushing the quarterback. Don't make it easy for him to set up and throw the ball all the way downfield.
One final try for Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy.
So for the Titans, they get an all-important 10th win to move them to 10-6 with 1 week to go.